Wilson. I gotta say that it was 2022 when I first met you at the
Yeah.
CMAs. You were the most nominated artist that night.
Yep.
Now we're at the CMTs and you're the most nominated artist again. Like, how do you keep doing this?
By the grace of God and a little luck mixed in, it does seem like the stars keep like aligning over and over and over again. I don't know how it happens. I don't.
Such a blessing. And then to be nominated and also perform, like, what's more nerve-wracking for you?
Probably the performance. You know, the truth is, award shows are incredible, and especially when they're fan voted like the CMTs. But I always try to make sure that win or lose. I mean, the truth is, it's not going to stop me from doing my job and writing that next record and doing what I feel like I was born to do. You know, so the performance. It don't matter if it's 200 people or 20 million people. Your girl's gonna get nervous.
Always, even now.
The truth is, too, though, I feel like once I stop getting nervous, we got a problem.
Good point.
Because that means I might not care.
And I don't want you to get more nervous, but also Toby Keith tribute?
Well,
Like,
yes.
That's incredible. How's it feel to be involved in that? And how did he influence your career?
I mean, he was the soundtrack of my childhood. And even watching his music videos on CMT, it was a thing for me where I felt like, man, okay, if I really want to do this, it's important for me to watch people like Toby Keith who show their personalities, who are like unapologetically themselves. They stand up for what they believe in, and I mean that right there is something that I put in my back pocket.
And I heard maybe a rumor that you might be on the cover of some magazine that's popular. Like, how exciting would that be?
See, I'm wanting to tell more than I'm supposed to tell. He gonna get me in trouble.
And I mean, you might have some new music that you might even be talking to
And
with
see?
that magazine
And see?
someday.
I mean, it might be coming a lot sooner than you think.
Ooh, I like that. We'll take
I'm trying
that
to get
tease.
my wink down. My wink ain't real good.
You did a good job. Thank you so much. Always fun to hang out with you.
I welcome you guys back on here. If you're new, consider subscribing, liking, and also share this video. Now, as we are still commemorating and also pay tributes to the legendary man that is Toby Keith, who actually left a very huge hole in the country music world when he passed away early on this year. You know, the Oklahoma native came out swinging with his debut single, we all know should have been a cowboy. That was, I think, in 1983, and it was one of Keith's many singles to reach the top of the country music chart traditionally. Actually, it had even begun it began his reign over the airwaves, and this is actually what even led him to continue to create and also perform, top-notch music, country music until his death. And of course, now recently we've just seen, CMT actually pulling out all of the stops to honor his legacy and of course his impact and legendary status. But of course, what interested me at this event, we saw, Toby Keith's children, coming and being moved to tears during that heartfelt tribute, like you've seen at the beginning of this video, to their late dad. That was at the event, the 2024 CMT Music Awards. We all know Toby died in February, but of course, man, I was moved to see that speech, the whole celebration of life event, and of course, the whole CMT as a group, as a company, celebrating the status of Toby Keith. Man, it was really huge. We saw big names, of course, the likes of Brooks, Dunn, those were part of his band members, his longtime friend, Sammy, Hagar, and Lainey Wilson, they all came out and paid their respects with renditions of his songs. Man, it was really beautiful. You deserve, to have a look at those performances. You can check it out. The full performances, you can check them out, on the YouTube page of CMT. So in the audience, we saw the children, the likes of Stellan, Shelly, then there was also the other large Crystal, the daughter, all coming out full attendance, despite, their mom did not attend. I think, she did not want all the attention to be on her. And, there was that moment when, the the organizer said, raise your red solo cups in the skies, to celebrate Toby Keith. And everyone did it. Man, it was really beautiful. And I agree with the family, the children, they had to be moved emotionally. And of course, they had to even to shed some tears. So, man, it was such a very beautiful ceremony, and everyone who attended, actually, when I looked through the comments, indeed, everyone appreciated the way CMT commemorated and also paid tributes to Toby Keith, his legendary status, and of course, his impact not only to the country music industry but also to the music industry as a whole. Man, it was really beautiful. So, by the way, Toby, throughout his career that spanned close to 4 decades, he received a total of 30 CMT award nominations and won 7 Bell Buckles, and actually even performed at that award ceremony 13 times, unprecedented. So in this moment in time, we are still sending our prayers to the family to stay strong, the wife, and everyone who actually really loved Toby Keith. Rest in power, the king, Toby Keith.